It's all boiling down to the actual accomplishment which you are going to have precisely at around the 10th of October 2023. This accomplishment that you are going to have is actually going to surprise you. It's gonna come completely out of blue. And it's not that you didn't wait for this, it's not that you were like it's not that you didn't know that this is like kind of going to happen. It's to do with something that you kind of expected, but you did not expect what exactly it's going to come out of it. Only at that moment in time when we come across such a situation in our life, only at that moment in time we project a very special energy, especially if we are surprised by something at the same time. So what is this surprise going to actually be? Well, the level of success, it's going to be much greater, much better, much bigger than you could have possibly imagined when it comes to this particular accomplishment. But most importantly, it's about some kind of opportunity ahead that you are going to become aware of. This opportunity ahead, my gorgeous Erini, it's going to be literally a game changer when it comes to you. But I have to say, it's always that little but somewhere. But you're gonna need to be quick. You're gonna need to be sharp, and you're gonna need to be clever. I don't need to tell you to be none of those things because you are all those things anyway. But it's just a reminder that maybe you are going to be under some kind of illusion that you are going to be able to kind of start with this opportunity or reflect on this opportunity properly, like later on, whenever you wish. But I would not suggest this. I would just really strongly tell you and strongly suggest you to actually try to make this as a priority number one. Just try to incorporate with everything else that you are doing, because you will see there is so much of determination actually going to come out of it. This is such an important stage of your life where you are gonna start living again. And I'm not saying that you didn't live so far, but it's just basically as soon as you like kind of become aware of this opportunity, something is going to change so within you, but in a really, really good way. So much is going to start making sense, but only like when you jump in, only when you tap in almost immediately. And when I say that you need to tap in, you need to jump in, you need to take this seriously then and there, and try to, as I said, make this as a priority number one, because within the exactly 11 days after that moment in time, within 11 days, you know that you're gonna realize, oh my God, there is just so much more to it. But only through your own energy, you know, you're gonna realize so much, purely the way this is going to make you feel, where this is going to start taking you, where this is going to take you. The more opportunities and realizations and possibilities that you are going to have within the next 11 days are gonna be mind-blowing, are gonna be completely out of this world. I mean, you are really going to surprise yourself, not only at what stage in your life you are right now, but you're also going to surprise yourself of your own capability. So this is why I'm gonna say the 10th millionth time now, why it's important as soon as you become aware of this opportunity. And even if it seems like really tiny, really little, really insignificant, no baby, no, you do not ignore this. You just need to understand this is going to turn into something much bigger. So this is why this process of 11 days is ever so important, because there is so much that you're going to find out. Why? Because it's happening at the right moment, it's happening at the right time, but it's also coming from you. It's also coming from you. You're not going to be able to do this unless you trust yourself. So you're sending a very powerful signal to your spirit and to your soul that this is something that you fully understand. So if there are some kind of risks that you may become aware of, my gorgeous Erini, do not let this put you off whatsoever. And you know, when it comes to the number and when it comes to the actual numerology, your number is number 36. Number 36, it's a very, very powerful number, and it also means that a good luck is indeed going to be on your side. It means that there is going to be a lovely surprise which you are going to have within the last 7 days of October. A lovely surprise. And this lovely surprise, it's going to come in such a form where some kind of a problem, some kind of annoying problem that it's actually starting to affect those people that are very close to you, like a family and family members or your best friends, some kind of a really difficult problem. It's also going to be resolved within the last 7 days. And this is so important because it's to do with something that was like, oh my God, like draining your energy, like there is no tomorrow. It's like something that was draining your energy when it comes to this problem, and almost as if you kind of lost yourself a little bit, you know, for a while lately because of that problem. And this means that this was like kind of draining a rather big amount of energy from you that you could have used for something much better, you know, instead of maybe worrying. So to me this means that, you know, it was just making you to worry about something that there is nothing that you could do about, that you can do about, for example. So that problem, it's actually coming to an end, and this is only going to become quite obvious within the last 7 days of October, indeed. And that in itself, it's really going to show you that now it's time to, after that moment in time, to walk away from something. And as soon as you realize that you need to walk away from something, you need to understand that this is a lot to do with like a really kind of unexpected event which you are going to have just 2 or 3 days after that moment in time. There is something that's going to happen, an unexpected event that you are going to become aware of, that you need to be a part of. And this is something where you're just going to need to simply go. You're not going to kind of have it's your responsibility. So you're not going to have a choice whatsoever. But the point here is, my gorgeous Erin, is that this in itself, it's really going to kind of, what's important here is that an interesting realization which you are going to have. And this interesting realization is going to be so important. And I will tell you, look at this. This interesting realization this interesting realization is going to be so important. You know what? Because also at the same time, it's a lot to do with an inspiration that you wouldn't otherwise notice, but also at the same time, it's bringing you an important reconciliation. You see this? An important reconciliation. And that in itself, it's going to bring that much needed peace into your life. So it's to do with an ongoing problem and something that you've been worrying about and something that was actually affecting your peace, you know. And when things are affecting your peace, then it's affecting you, it's affecting your energy, it's affecting your healing progress, and so on. It just affects so many different aspects of our spiritual journey. And also, my gorgeous Erini, when it comes to like a health and things like that, I do see a little bit of sensitivity this month, in particular when it comes to your heart. Okay, so when it comes to your heart and when it comes to your concentration and when it comes to focus, for example. So to me, when it comes to concentration and when it comes to focus and when it comes to even memory, you know, you may even notice like, oh my God, I forgot this and I forgot that. That's really strange. So when it comes to your heart, when it comes to both your heart and when it comes to your memory, brain, concentration and these type of things, I highly recommend you to take products like a fish oil. Omega-3 omega-3 essential fatty acids are absolutely mind-blowing because it's going to help you quite a lot when it comes to the actual circulation, and this is something that it's going to be super beneficial for your heart. In fact, omega-3 essential fatty acids like a fish oil, for example, are absolutely super essential for the heart health. And I know that this is something that you're going to benefit from, my gorgeous Erini, like there is no tomorrow. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, oh my God, it's going to be something major with your heart, blah, blah, blah. God forbid. And no, baby, no. I'm just saying that there is going to be a slight sensitivity when it comes to your heart. So I'm strongly suggesting to you to take Omega-3 essential fatty acids, which you can find in a good quality fish oils, indeed, and this fish would need to be like a freshly caught, for example, okay, rather than a farmed fish. No, baby, no. So you need to know what are you going for. Or so this is going to be fantastic for your heart health, for your circulation, okay, and it's also going to be brilliant for the arteries not to get clogged as well. So this is, of course, all benefiting your heart in so many different ways. Never mind the fact that this is indeed going to boost your immune system overall. And it's also brilliant for mind, memory, and focus. Omega-3 essential fatty acids, which we find in fish oils. If you do have a problem with fish oils, for example, you can always go for something like organic chlorella. Okay, so organic chlorella is also going to be super beneficial when it comes to your heart, when it comes to your concentration, when it comes to your memory, when it comes to your circulation, when it comes to, you taking care of yourself in the best possible way. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP whether this will interact with your existing medications or not. But this is something that I highly, highly, highly recommend to you indeed. So now, my gorgeous Erini, I'm going to start with the very first day this month. The very first day that I need you to pay attention to, it's actually going to be the very 1st of October. You know that as soon as you get up in the morning, it's gonna feel like you are like a part of the slightly different dimension. And of course this is exactly how you're gonna feel, because October is rather strange, October is rather unusual, but I love this weirdness and I love this unusualness. I love this weirdness so much, and this is purely because we have got a Halloween or Samhain at the end of the month, on the 31st of October, of course, when the veil in between this world and the spirit world is at its thinnest. So of course that we are that much closer. We are just a little bit closer to the spirit world. The spirit world is always there. We are always part of the few different dimensions, but now this is going to feel a little bit different. Okay, so you are going to be able to pick up on it right on the 1st of October, and you are going to have a very, very unusual experience. And once you have this unusual experience, you know what? It's going to remind you of the important people in your life. It's going to remind you what's important to you. It's going to remind you what means the most to you. And most importantly, it's going to remind you to not sway off your own path, So this unusual experience, it's going to be absolutely everything, because it's going to boil down towards the fact where you're going to clearly realize how much do you need to speed up something and how much do you need to hurry up with something. So this is important indeed. The second important date is going to be on the 2nd of October. On the 2nd of October, somebody who's so close to you and somebody who gets on with you, somebody who's like a big mama in your life, somebody who gets on with you, whether this is your partner, whether this is your family member, whether this is your best friend, but this is to do with somebody very, very special in your life, is going to have this kind of interesting conversation with you, and then through that person you are going to get a clear idea. You're going to get idea basically how to deal with some kind of a difficulty, how to deal with some kind of a problem. This new idea is going to be absolutely everything, because at the same time, this is actually going to become a turning point in your life, because this idea that you're going to have, it's going to be so important when it comes to moving on from something in your life, moving on from some kind of a problem. But most importantly, this idea that you are going to get from that person who's so close to you, that idea, it's it's going to happen in such an unexpected way, but then again it's going to leave you with no option but to think about some kind of a breakthrough. This is how you're going to feel, which is always a great it's always such a great state of mind to actually have. This idea, it's going to help you so much to move on with your life, but it's also going to help you to continue to solve a particular issue in a very, very practical way. Okay, so it is going to help you. It's going to kind of open your eyes, but it's also going to put you on the right path, but it's also going to help you to kind of be as realistic as you possibly can. So this is very, very important a day for you, my gorgeous Erini, indeed. And also, when it comes to the 2nd of October, I just felt the need to do this. When it comes to the 2nd of October, especially in the stage and the period in between the 2nd of October and the 7th of October. In between the 2nd of October and the 7th of October, you are going to have such a powerful moment of your own empowerment. And this is where all is starting. And again, it's about a wonderful peace coming into your life, but also at the same time, it's to do with your energy. It's to do with your energy. In between the 2nd and well-being, in between the 2nd and the 7th of October, for the love of God, pay attention to what your body is trying to tell you. Your body is going to communicate to you like there is no tomorrow. It's to do with a specific issue and blockage that you have that is affecting your energy. So your body is going to be sending you a signal what needs healing, what needs your attention. Do not miss this, because this is really going to be so important when it comes to you, my gorgeous Erini, indeed. So pay attention to what your body is going to try to tell you in between the 2nd and the 7th of October 2023. The next important date is going to be on the 18th of October. On the 18th of October, okay, I thought that my cats are fighting. Sorry. I thought I heard like boom, boom, boom. You know, the cats, they just fight lately so badly, you know. So the cats I have, obviously Coco and Cressida, so I was just worried that they're having a fight. Okay, so on the 18th of October, you're going to have a really beautiful and positive experience, and I'm so happy for you indeed. But before I go there, what I wanted to recommend you this month, it's absolutely a must, a gorgeous and ever so beautiful carnelian. Look at this baby, look how beautiful this is, look how gorgeous this is. Very sophisticated, very sophisticated, very beautiful, very powerful, very significant, especially when it comes to like you know, bringing a spark of energy. Carnelian has got the power to re-energize you almost immediately, and it inspires your confidence and empowerment, you know, in general. So this in itself, it's also like when you're wearing carnelian, almost immediately you can feel the energy. And if you feel really low, if you feel really down, if you feel like you need more energy, but you need to deal with life, you know, it's 99% of things in life, it's us showing ourselves, you know, us showing our face and dealing with things, you know, rather than staying at home and missing out on things. So this is carnelian. It's brilliant when it comes to like you needing a really quick pick me up, you know, a type of thing, when it comes to crystal, when it comes to stone, you know. So it's fantastic when it comes to confidence, when it comes to empowerment, when it comes to the energy, when it comes to us like kind of having a confidence to do something that normally we would just be so paranoid about and things like that. So this is something that I think it's going to be absolutely brilliant for you to have throughout the months of October and November and December 2023. Simply every single time when you need a bit of energy and a bit of pick me up, you just put this on and you're going to be on top of the world immediately. This gorgeous carnelian comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well, so thank you very much for that. Going back to the 18th of October going back to the 18th of October, you are going to have such a positive experience. This is absolutely brilliant. This positive experience that you are going to have, it's like a really, you know, gonna leave you with absolutely no option but to answer the call to action, you know, to answer the call to action. This positive experience that you are going to have, it's going to open the door for you. And as soon as the door are open, this is to do with a brand new portal being open. This is to do with one stage coming to an end and another stage is about to begin with this door being open. So this positive experience is simply going to push you towards you understanding that you need to answer the call, you know, to action. happen. And as soon as that and you are gonna do this, you're gonna step towards something, you're gonna start here something, and as soon as that happens, there is going to be the certain opportunity that you are going to become aware of. It's not happening right now, but you will know that this is going to bring you an important opportunity. So this is why you're gonna go in this mind-blowing mode where you're gonna realize that now it's a good time to do exactly what you want to do. And just remember, my gorgeous Erini, something very important, that you're only limited by what you believe is possible, okay? So you need to open your mind as much as you possibly can, okay? So you're only limited, you know, by what you believe is possible. So just remember this, because this is going to be quite important indeed. And also, when it comes to the 18th of October 2023, you know, there is some kind of experience that you've been through like a long time ago, that somebody is going to like need an advice from you. There is somebody on the 18th of October who is going to need an advice from you. It's to do with some kind of experience that you've been through that you're not really proud of, like a long time ago. But because this person who is going to need an advice from you, it's going to make themselves known by doing something odd, by saying something bizarre, or by doing something strange. You should not take this personal whatsoever, even if they are rude to you. You know, it's sometimes people are rude to us, not because they mean to be rude, but because there is so much going on in their lives, so they're having a difficulties reflecting on things around them because this took the better of them. And very often, you know, it's easy for me to say, I know, but very often people do get offended, you know, but you must not. You need to take this as a sign. So in other words, somebody in your life who's close to you, who's important to you, is going to be acting in a really weird way, you know, and you just kind of like, you're going to realize that, you know, you do have an answer to that person's problem, and it's to do with something that you're not proud of, and something that you've done like a long time ago, and almost as if you're going to be in a mood like, oh, I don't even want to like kind of let them know that I've done this type of thing, do you know what I mean? But no, baby, you need to go through this, because you will do the right thing, but at the same time, as a karmic reward, you are going to find out something very interesting about yourself towards the end of that conversation. And this is what's going to be there for you, a little gorgeous spiritual flower to pick, you know. And you can only do this by giving a little bit of your precious advice. And I'm not saying to give that advice just to get something out of it, but you know what I mean. It is like kind of going to be the direct result of what you have actually done. So karmically, this is going to be really beautiful indeed. The next important date, my gorgeous Erini, it's going to be on the 24th of October. On the 24th of October, you know, you're going to find yourself like kind of in such a mode where you're going to be planning something. You're going to be planning something, and you're going to be like kind of in this planning mode, like, oh my God. And then suddenly, you know, you are going to become aware of some kind of a progress that, you know, which is going to be really good, you know, when it comes to your life. So you're going to be planning something, and then you're going to realize, oh my God, there was a progress here, and there was a progress here. Why did I ignore this? And this is going, and then you're going to realize that you need to make a kind of some kind of important decision. And the part of that important decision, it's going to be you also kind of needing to make some kind of journey somewhere as well. This is also something that you should really 100% do. Whether this is like a 5 minutes away journey or longer journey, there is still going to be there something when you go to that journey which you are going to go through, which you're going to find ridiculously enlightening. And it's really going to create a moment in time where you are really going to have such a powerful sense of belonging somewhere as well. And this is like something that you should not ignore whatsoever, because it's to do with your soul, with your spirit, and with your destiny as well. This is also to do with being highlighted, something that's missing in your life for a while now as well, that you don't want to miss out on for longer. And also, my gorgeous Erini, when it comes to the 24th of October, it is about this discovery that you're actually going to have have. This is the biggest point here, this discovery. There is something that you are going to discover, and you are really gonna love this so much. You're gonna discover something for the first time in your life that you're gonna feel so passionate about. What are you actually going to discover? You're gonna feel like never before, but you're gonna elevate yourself spiritually, but at the same time this is gonna lead towards a personal celebration, because it's all about this inner harmony that you're actually going to feel. And then at the same time you need to understand that this is a lot to do with the transition. And when it comes to that discovery, it's not only about you discovering something so passionate about yourself, it's more about this kind of showing you the way, also how to deal with some kind of a very, very difficult problem in your life, some kind of a very heavy burden. And this is where things are going to become even more interesting for you, because you will know that that burden, thank God, it's coming to an end. And shortly after that, you're actually going to have such a powerful sign, you know, such a powerful and good omen you are going to have at around this time. And that good omen, it's gonna not only like kind of mean to you absolutely everything, but also it's the way you're gonna feel around it, how you're gonna feel. You will just know that you are literally doing the right thing, because that sign and good omen that you're going to have, it's gonna bring such a hope into your life. It's gonna make you feel really calm. You will know that, you know, this is all happening to you. There is a deeper meaning to all these. This is what this sign is gonna mean, what is gonna be. That there is a deeper meaning to all this when it comes to your purpose, when it comes to your renewal, when it comes to your spirituality, you know, when it comes to your rejuvenation. This is like gonna affect so many different parts of your spiritual journey. So this is why this is going to be so brilliant. Another thing I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Erini, would be absolutely gorgeous and very special and very powerful new jade. New jade I would really suggest you to wear also throughout October, November and December. And you know why new jade is brilliant? Because it brings you like such a fantastic balance, and it makes you think positive. It makes you be open-minded, but it makes you think positive as well. So it's fantastic for depression, fantastic when you're feeling low, fantastic when you're feeling stuck, and it's also fantastic when you're feeling negative. Absolutely brilliant. This gorgeous new jade comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. Oops, the next important date, my gorgeous Erini, it's going to be on the 31st of October. On the 31st of October, make a little wish, my gorgeous Erini. And you need to believe that this wish is going to happen, and see pay attention to the way this wish is going to manifest in the most amazing way and in the shortest period of time. But you have to trust it, you have to believe in yourself, and you must not have an even single ounce of like some kind of negativity projected towards it, even subconsciously. It is not going to happen. So you need to fully believe into this like kind of wish that you are going to have, because the 31st of October, it is a very, very powerful day when it comes to the actual manifestation taking off, but also like a bouncing back in the shortest period of time. So you need to make the most of it, but it's only going to happen if you believe in it like 100%. Otherwise it's not. What can I say? On another note, on the 31st of October, you know, you are just like kind of gonna suddenly come across something. You're gonna read something, or you're gonna see something. It's gonna be like a little message or something like that where you are, which is going to remind you of some kind of a happy memories. And it's not only that, but it's more about what you're gonna be reminded, that you're gonna realize something wise to do. You're gonna realize kind of what's needed in your life, and you're also going to realize that this is really wise, because what are you doing right now? you're following your heart, you will just know what do you need to do, because it's not only about being nostalgic, it's not about just the happy memories, but something being highlighted that now it's time for you to bring this into this present moment. It's maybe some kind of a skill, something that you used to do, or something that, you know, used to be like a strong part of your life, strong part of your spiritual journey. Whatever this is, you need to really kind of work out the way how you can bring this into your life right now. So all you need to do is follow the creativity, follow your heart, but also you're gonna realize that, you know, by bringing that into your life, what you're gonna remind yourself of on the 31st of October, you know, you're also going to kind of remove something that has been shadowing you, and you're going to remove like some kind of a negative and dark attachment. You're also going to kind of remove some kind of addiction, believe me or not. You're going to remove some kind of restriction, and at the same time something that was making you so destructive. Do you know how important this is? And at the same time, you know, this is so important to understand, because all this was affecting you to make like a kind of like important decisions. This was like kind of affecting you in such a way where you would need to make an important decision, which is not even difficult. You would find it difficult for no reason. You see how what happens to our energy, like for example the way it can reflect on so many different things in our lives without us even realizing. But having said that, you know, when it comes to these happy memories, what you're gonna be reminded of, you know, at the same time you do need to understand that you need to take your time to think before you act here. So this is not something that you need to do almost immediately, but as long as you are on the right path, everything is gonna start making sense like there is no tomorrow, you know. And also take your time to think before you act. You know, this is important to mention. Take your time, because within that time you're gonna realize something so significant that happened in your life within the last 7 months. There is something amazing happened in your life within the last 7 months. You did something incredible, you did something amazing, but you almost forgot about it. You did not give a credit to yourself where the credit is due. So this is why in this situation it's important to take naturally one step at a time, by taking a time slowly but surely, and that is going to give you enough time to reflect on what was happening in your life within the last 7 months, and it's going to give you a chance to look back on what you have achieved and set new goals as well. This is why this is so important, to take one step at a time and not to rush with this particular thing until you realize what I was talking about here. And also, my gorgeous Erini, when it comes to the actual when it comes to the couples and when it comes to this month, you know, almost as if like there is some kind of a problem that is gonna affect both of you, like some kind of emotional confusion you will be going through, both of you, almost as if like you are gonna be pressured, you know, to make a certain decision, and that particular decision that you're gonna feel pressured that you need to make, you're both not going to be too sure whether this is the right thing to do or not. And in this case it's actually going to be the right thing to do, because somebody who is very loyal to both of you, something who is like very significant to both of you, maybe a great friend, when maybe somebody who is working, who is his profession is to do with what was bothering both of you, but somebody with an extensive knowledge and somebody who is very loyal to both of you, it's gonna give you really great advice, and it's gonna put your mind to rest, not to be paranoid or worry about this, maybe someone pressurizing you or pushing you to hurry up with something, because it's going to be absolutely fine. You see, sometimes when someone is pressurizing you, it's like, no baby, no, but sometimes it's not necessarily bad, it's not necessarily negative, it's not necessarily dark or horrible whatsoever. So it's more about the confirmation from somebody who you really trust, and it's not only this is going to be positive, but this is going to be superb for both of you to do, because because it is going to in turn into some kind of a wise investment, where very, very soon after that moment in time, both of you, you and your partner, are gonna realize so many new things you want to do, you want to try, you want to go for, you want to explore, you want to tap into it. It's like, oh my God, this, my gorgeous Erini, it's only going to be the beginning, an amazing, incredible beginning. Okay, so now when it comes to those of you who are single and ready to mingle, it's like, oh my goodness, you know, my gorgeous Erini, there is somebody very interesting who is actually about to appear in your life this month, a very, very beautiful person, and at around the 9th of October, and at around the 19th of October, and at around the 29th of October. Now I gave you these 3 dates, and these 3 dates are gonna be key dates when it comes to you meeting this person. Okay, these dates are going to be the key dates. You need to remember this. Why? Because each of these 3 days are gonna be completely different, but it's to do with, like, on one of the days you are really gonna become aware of an amazing success and amazing victory. On another day, you know, that's at around the 9th of October. On the 9th of October, you're gonna become aware of some kind of victory and some kind of success, and you're gonna like this because this is going to bring a stability into your life. On the 19th of October, my gorgeous Erini, you are gonna become aware of like some kind of unknown danger, like, oh my God, nothing is gonna come to you, but it's more about what exactly do you need to avoid, and you're gonna avoid this. Okay, on the 29th of October, now this is a big mama. Now when this is when that person is gonna come forward, and it's gonna come in the form of someone very interesting, someone very powerful, someone very solid, someone rather vavavumishly good looking, but also somebody who you can immediately trust too. So it's more about the energy, it's more about the trust, and it's more about some kind of specific conversation you're going to have with this person, where everything is going to kick off after that moment for both of you. So this is where things are going to become beautiful for you, because I really think that someone special, it's about to walk into your life. But if you didn't go through the certain things in those first 2 dates, you know, you would never get to this point. And although now probably doesn't make sense, but you will see by the end of the month, this is going to make sense. And so this person is about to walk into your life, somebody beautiful, somebody love, somebody very harmonious, somebody who you can trust. You know, this is really going to start and create a rather beautiful beginning, you know, and you're gonna love this, because you're gonna find yourself talking to somebody where you're gonna feel so free, like to do whatever you want to do in front of that person, and this is really going to surprise you about yourself. But then again, it's going to be clear sign and indication that this is indeed somebody really, really special. And don't be sad, don't be negative if that person doesn't show up on the 29th of October, for example, because it could happen slightly earlier even, it could happen slightly later even, it doesn't really matter. It may not be that particular day, but it is gonna happen at around that particular time, even if it does happen like at around the beginning of November as well. Okay, my gorgeous Erini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.